Hey everybody, welcome back. So today I have another replacement video upgrading my preps. And what I'm going to be doing today is showing you this Tram 1477 dual band base antenna and what it's replacing. Alright everybody, welcome back. You guys may have remembered when I set up my little mobile power station that runs my little 2-meter 440 rig for emergency events and any kind of unforeseen emergency that might come up. It is a solar powered backup. It runs on a battery, the whole 9 yards. I built it in an ammo can, and you'll see that at the end of the video here. I'm going to bring it up to show you when we set up this antenna. But I had a old J-pole antenna that seemed to be fairly decent SWR on both 440 and 2 meters. This is the one here. The clamps on it are from clamping it to the antenna. But this thing has been through endless events, and it's been through hell and back. So I noticed lately that it wasn't working very well. When I tested it out on my FT18 on 2 meters, it was starting to show high SWR, and I figured it's time to get rid of it. It's 20 years old. I bought it in a flea market in 2000, back in 2000. And it was made. It was a flea market up in San Jose, California, where it was like a ham radio festival or something. I don't know. A friend of mine brought me there. We shopped. I bought it. It was $20. They're made by the VFW. Actually, the VFW hams make them and put them out. So it was, it did its 20 years of service, and now it needs to be replaced. So I was looking around for a better dual band antenna, and I found this Tram. Now this Tram is extremely economical. It's $58.03, all right, at the time of this video. So around $58-$60 with tax, shipping, whatever, if you don't have Prime. A fairly decent deal, and it's a fairly nice antenna as well. I read the reviews on it, so it's gotten very good reviews. It is 44 inches long. It is a single section of white fiberglass. It's pre-tuned, so there's no tuning needed. I will get together. I'll show you the end here where there's any assembly to be done. It is set up for 2 meters, 440, so 144 to 148 on VHF and on UHF 430 through 460. 3.5 dB actual gain on VHF and 6 dB gain on UHF. It's a half wave on VHF, and it acts as a 5/8 wave or a 5/8 wave on UHF. Omnidirectional, white fiberglass. It's got the UHF female SO239 connector, and the mass diameter accepted is anywhere from 1 13/16 inch to 2 7/16 inch. Rated for 150 watts power, stainless steel radials, and the mounting bracket and hardware is all in there, so you don't have to buy anything. Now the radiator and coil down at the bottom here are hermetically sealed to assure low SWR in rain, anything like that. It's got a special joint design they use of fiberglass tubing that enables the antenna to pretty much remain the same strength as one solid piece without any kind of damage coming to it. It's rated for 90-mile-an-hour wind speeds. I doubt I'm going to be doing events out here in the desert at 90 miles an hour. So, and it's also nice to have a backup nice antenna. Should one of mine break in an emergency, I can throw that up. So let's take a look at the actual assembly of it. It's already put together, but I'm going to show you on the end here what needs to be put together, and it's really simple since it's pre-tuned. So this is kind of the business end of the antenna. This is a collar here. There's a screw here. Once you're all done and your antenna is connected, that screw will go on over your coax and it will go up in there. These are your mounts. They're very simple, just U-bolts. Let me flip this around and show you. You're just going to screw those in. What I do to make sure these are flush and even is I do it on the floor. I take this tube, put these on here, put it on the floor so they're both flat, like this, and then I screw in the screws so they're nice and even and everything's flush. It's not really imperative that they're absolutely dead perfect, but it's nice to get them as flush as you can. For assembly, you're literally going to be screwing in these 3 radials. They're already tuned. There's no need to mess around with them or anything. They work perfectly. And I have tried it already on my friend's SWR meter. It is perfectly flat across the band, so it does work very well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set it up outside, and I'm going to show you my little backup portable power kit. I'm not going to bring in the solar panel and all that because it's outside. I don't want to drag all that stuff in, but I could just unplug it and bring it over here. And we'll set up a radio, and we'll see if we can hit some repeaters with it. I just wanted to explain before we actually finish setting it up how you will be connecting your coax to this. I've loosened this screw up. I just keep it hand tight for now because this is not a permanent installation. You're just going to be unscrewing that and taking this part off there, like that, and you have your screw and your washer, and this is your cap here. So you're going to feed the coax through this tube here and up into that, and then put everything back together again. Not the most perfect kind of thing for a portable antenna because you have to screw that in, but it's really not a big deal. It takes all of maybe a minute to screw that in there. So for a quick demonstration, I brought out this coax cable here. I'm not going to take my other stuff out of the other kit. And we're just going to run it through here like that. And push it in. And screw it up there. Get it in there nice and tight. And what I like to do when I'm done with this, if this was going to be a permanent installation, I would take some, electrical tape and wrap that all up. But this is for portable events, so we're not going to do that. You would then slide this back over. And you're going to put this back in there like that. And tighten that up. Again, for portable installation like I'm going to be using, I'll probably just do this hand tight. I'll bring a thing of vice grips and maybe screw it down a couple more times, or I'll just take my multi-tool with me. Very simple to do, and you see how easy it is to put that cable in. So let's put it up on our mast, put it outside, and test it out. So before we begin, I wanted to give you a quick walk around here. You see those two solar panels over there? They kind of run along the ground and over here into my garage. And instead of running in my garage today, they're just plugged into my power box. There is the radio. That is the Anytone. I reviewed that a while back. It's the AT778 UV. So, that's the radio right there. We'll get down low when we're actually transmitting. You can't really see it very well. Here is the antenna setup. Again, nothing fancy. I just literally coiled some coax cable up there. There's the antenna. Just hand tied up on that thing. All in all, very simple to put up. So let me bring you down to the actual radio, and we're going to try a couple repeaters out and see how well it works. All right, so here's our one of our local repeaters. I'm just going to ID on it really quick, see if I can hit it. W6UTC test. Sounds good there. Try our 440. W6UTC testing again. All right, so far so good. I'm going to try out a couple different repeaters. I'm going to try one that's a little bit further away and see how well that works. All right, this is a repeater up in Vegas that I don't really hear very often hittable by anything less than base stations. Handhelds usually won't hit it. See, yeah, hits that perfectly. So that's a digital frequency. So I'm going to see if anybody's on 14652. W6UTC testing. Anybody on frequency? W6UTC, we are clear. Alright, anyway, it is working very, very well. I'm very impressed with it. All in all, pretty happy with it. Works very, very well on 440 as well as 2 meters, and it's definitely going to be a nice addition to the house. To the emergency kit, I mean, not the house. Nice addition to the emergency kit so that when I have to grab and go, I know I have an antenna that will stand up for a bit of work and will work very, very well. The old one, again, that J-pole, I don't know, maybe I'll give it away to a friend of mine who doesn't have pretty much anything, and maybe it'll help him get up on the air and help him out a little bit. But as far as this one goes, it's definitely a needed replacement. My other one was definitely getting old. Anyway, I'll give you a quick look at the setup I have here, because I'm sure people are going to ask me about it. This is my backup power box here. There's a 12 amp hour deep cycle battery in there, and that's what powers the whole system. And again, you got the cable and the pole, which is kind of leaning sideways because I didn't put it in there right. So that's pretty much it. So you can see how quickly this can be deployed. And even the antenna, with a little bit of hand tightening of screws and an easily found Leatherman somewhere, can tighten it back up and you're good to go. Those of you wondering, I have the power button on here to show the voltage. And that's fairly accurate, 12.9. I'm showing 12.7 on the radio. I don't know how close that is. But all in all, very happy with the antenna. So that is the Tram 1477 dual band base antenna. It runs you about $58, $59 with tax and all. I'll give you another look at it. Very compact, about 44 inches tall. Easily can fit inside even the most of compact vehicles, and no tuning, no headaches. You know, even if you have a kind of a restricted area where you can't put up a huge antenna, something like that would be really, really awesome. Even to stick it out in a tripod in your backyard just temporarily. So I will put a link down below where you can pick one up. That's the Tram 1477 dual band antenna. It's in my Amazon store, and you can also check out the Amazon store down there if you're interested. Or if you'd like to check out our store, if there's nothing in the store you like, just click the link and shop as you normally would. Don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link as well if you're interested in getting started in some freeze-dried food. Thrive is definitely a way to go. You will notice on the top of my Thrive page, there's a thing that says, you know, an easier way to check the inventory. Click that and you'll see what's in stock, because it does go very, very quickly these days. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.